Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The locker room of the Ravens has been buzzing with whispers and speculation ever since news broke about a heated confrontation between Rasheeen and LAMAR Jackson, two of the team's most talked about talents. Sources close to the team claim that the argument was intense, fueled by underlying tensions that had been simmering for weeks, if not months. Fans and insiders alike are already dissecting every possible scenario, trying to figure out what could have sparked such a public clash behind closed doors. The incident reportedly involved strong words and gestures, leaving coaches and teammates scrambling to de-escalate the situation before it spiraled even further. Social media has been ablaze with theories, some suggesting that the disagreement was purely professional, a clash of playing styles and leadership visions, while others speculate that personal issues may have played a role. Adding another layer of intrigue to the story, analysts are already weighing in, debating whether this is a temporary rift that could be patched up with careful management, or if it signals a deeper fracture that could affect team chemistry moving forward. The tension in the locker room seems to mirror the intense pressure that both players are under to perform at the highest level, making this drama feel larger than life for the franchise and its passionate fan base. Insiders suggest that the fallout from the confrontation has been swift and decisive. The organization, aiming to maintain professionalism and avoid further disruption, reportedly took the step of sidelining both players from team activities, a move that has fueled even more speculation about the severity of the conflict. The Ravens management is believed to be conducting a thorough internal review, speaking with coaches, teammates, and staff to fully understand what happened and determine the best path forward. Fans are already drawing comparisons to other infamous locker room incidents in sports history, pointing out that such moments often serve as turning points for teams, either catalyzing a renewed sense of focus or triggering a cascade of issues that linger far longer than anyone anticipates. Rumors are swirling about whether this rift could influence future contract negotiations, playing time, or even the possibility of trades, with every angle being dissected in podcasts, forums, and social media threads. While the team has remained tight-lipped publicly, the mere acknowledgement of the dispute has ignited a frenzy of conversation among fans and pundits, each offering their own theories about what lies beneath the surface of this dramatic clash. Between the high-profile athletes, the energy surrounding this story continues to grow, creating a narrative that extends far beyond the walls of the locker room and into the broader conversation about leadership, talent, and accountability in professional sports. The dynamics between Rasheeen and LAMAR Jackson have long been a point of interest for analysts who watch the Ravens closely. Both players are known for their intense competitiveness, their drive to dominate on the field, and their passionate commitment to the team's success. Yet, sources indicate that this same intensity may have contributed to the friction that ultimately erupted into a heated exchange. Observers point out that high-stakes environments often magnify personality clashes, and in the world of professional football, where every decision is scrutinized and every play can become a headline, tempers can flare in ways that might seem extreme to outsiders. There are whispers that the argument may have touched on sensitive issues regarding leadership roles, accountability, or even the direction of team strategy, sparking a debate about how two elite players can coexist under the same roof while maintaining respect and cohesion. Coaches are reportedly working behind the scenes to manage these tensions, attempting to mediate and find common ground before the situation escalates further. Meanwhile, teammates are said to be walking a delicate line, trying to support both players while remaining focused on their collective goals, a balancing act that adds to the intrigue and drama surrounding the team. The ripple effects of this incident are being felt not just within the locker room, but across media coverage, fan discussions, and even rival teams who see this as a potential vulnerability to exploit. Rumors continue to swirl about the precise content and intensity of the locker room argument. Some suggest that the exchange involved sharp criticism and pointed commentary about each other's performance, leadership style, or approach to game preparation. Others whisper that the disagreement could have stemmed from differences in ambition, personality clashes, or even off-field matters that somehow bled into the team environment. The truth remains closely guarded, with only those present during the incident having a complete picture, leaving fans and media to piece together a narrative from fragments and hearsay. Analysts have been speculating endlessly about whether this is a momentary lapse, a spark of tension that will eventually be resolved, or a symptom of deeper systemic issues within the team culture. The decision to remove both players from the active roster, even temporarily, has only fueled further conjecture, with questions about how long they will remain sidelined and what conditions must be met for their return. Social media platforms are flooded with fans debating possible scenarios, imagining how such a confrontation could affect upcoming games, team morale, and the reputation of both players. Each rumor, each snippet of information, is dissected meticulously, feeding a cycle of speculation that shows no signs of slowing down. The locker room incident has already become a defining storyline for the Ravens season, shaping expectations and narratives long before the first whistle blows on the field. The repercussions of this clash are likely to extend beyond the immediate team environment. Sports commentators are suggesting that public perception of both RASHEEN and LAMAR Jackson could shift significantly as fans grapple with conflicting images of talented athletes who are also capable of intense confrontations. Brand partnerships, media appearances, and social engagements could all be influenced by how the situation unfolds and how each player is perceived to handle conflict and accountability. The team's management is reportedly aware of the delicate balancing act required to protect the integrity of the franchise while addressing internal issues decisively. Rumors suggest that meetings have been held behind closed doors to determine whether counseling, mediation, or additional disciplinary measures are necessary, highlighting the seriousness with which the organization is approaching this situation. Meanwhile, rival teams and media outlets are closely watching, ready to capitalize on any sign of discord, feeding speculation about possible trades, locker room reshuffles, or adjustments to leadership roles. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, with each rumor, leak, or hint magnifying the drama and keeping fans engaged in a story that combines high stakes, intense personalities, and the ever-present unpredictability of professional sports. In this context, every action, statement, or omission by players and management is being scrutinized, debated, and amplified, creating an environment where speculation thrives and certainty remains elusive. Even as the Ravens attempt to navigate this turbulent situation, the broader sports community is watching closely, treating this incident as a lens through which to examine larger questions about leadership, talent management, and team dynamics in elite athletics. Some insiders argue that such conflicts are inevitable in high-pressure environments where egos, ambitions, and differing visions collide regularly. Others contend that the scale and visibility of this particular argument could have lasting consequences, potentially shaping team strategy, influencing locker room hierarchy, and affecting the perception of the franchise among fans and media alike. The sideline removal of both RASHEEN and LAMAR Jackson has added to the mystique and speculation, creating a storyline that is as much about what is not said as what is. Fans are theorizing endlessly, imagining potential reconciliations, trade rumors, or even the emergence of new leaders who can bridge divides and restore harmony. Every discussion, tweet, and post contributes to the growing mythology surrounding this confrontation, highlighting how moments of tension can capture the collective imagination and become emblematic of larger cultural narratives in sports. The incident has, in a sense, transcended the immediate confines of the Ravens organization, becoming a topic of conversation that resonates across leagues, platforms, and communities invested in the drama, personalities, and high-stakes world of professional football. The controversy surrounding RASHEEN and LAMAR Jackson has become a whirlwind, a story that refuses to settle as it moves through locker rooms, media cycles, and social media feeds. Observers claim that the argument was far from trivial, with details suggesting a clash of visions, ambitions, and perhaps even personal values, all playing out under the high-pressure lens of professional football. Analysts are already dissecting the incident, speculating on whether this confrontation will serve as a catalyst for change, a moment that forces both players to reevaluate their approach to leadership, teamwork, and communication, or whether it will mark the beginning of a prolonged period of tension that challenges team cohesion. Fans, meanwhile, are creating narratives of their own, imagining secret meetings, private apologies, and strategic interventions designed to repair relationships and restore focus. The intrigue is amplified by the fact that neither player has spoken publicly, leaving the rumor mill to flourish unchecked, with each leak, hint, or anonymous source adding layers of complexity and speculation. The Ravens organization appears to be handling the situation cautiously, recognizing that public statements could escalate the story, while internal resolution requires discretion and tact. Every move is scrutinized, every silence analyzed, feeding a cycle of rumor, counter-rumor, and conjecture that keeps the story alive and evolving with each passing day. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Reports indicate that internal discussions within the Ravens organization are ongoing, with leadership attempting to gauge the emotional, psychological, and professional impact of the confrontation on the broader team. Coaches and management are said to be weighing multiple options, from mediation sessions to temporary reassignments, all in the interest of preserving team harmony while addressing the underlying causes of the argument. The ripple effect is being felt not only on the field but also in locker room morale, training sessions, and team dynamics, highlighting how one confrontation between high-profile athletes can create a cascade of challenges that extend well beyond the immediate incident. Fans are speculating endlessly about what could have triggered such a tense exchange, from differences in training philosophies to perceived slights or miscommunications, creating a fertile ground for gossip, debate, and viral social media threads. The sidelining of both Rasheen Ali and Lamar Jackson has only heightened attention, leading to predictions about how long it might last and what compromises, apologies, or interventions might be necessary for reintegration. Meanwhile, commentators and insiders continue to analyze past interactions, previous team dynamics, and historical incidents to provide context, often offering conflicting opinions that feed the rumor mill even further, making this one of the most talked about storylines in the NFL landscape at the moment. Speculation is rampant regarding the potential long-term consequences of this clash. Some insiders believe that the confrontation could redefine leadership hierarchies within the Ravens, creating opportunities for emerging players to assert themselves, or shifting the balance of influence among veterans. Others argue that the rift might linger, subtly influencing decision-making, locker room conversations, and game day dynamics in ways that are difficult to quantify but impossible to ignore. Analysts are discussing whether team culture might need recalibration, with emphasis on conflict resolution, communication strategies, and fostering mutual respect, particularly when managing highly talented and ambitious athletes. The social media reaction has been instantaneous, with fans dissecting the incident in exhaustive detail, crafting their own narratives, and often drawing parallels to other famous sports controversies. Every rumor adds another dimension, from potential trade scenarios to internal power struggles, amplifying the drama and keeping attention fixed squarely on the Ravens. Even rival teams are reportedly watching closely, assessing whether internal discord could be exploited competitively, creating a multi-layered narrative where sports performance, psychology, and media perception intersect in fascinating ways. Whispers suggest that the interaction between Rasheen Ali and Lamar Jackson might involve unresolved issues dating back months, if not longer. Observers speculate that pressure, expectations, and the constant public scrutiny inherent in professional football may have intensified minor disagreements, allowing them to erupt into a confrontation that neither side could fully control. The argument reportedly included moments of heightened emotion, pointed critiques, and perhaps even gestures that heightened tension and drew concern from teammates and coaching staff. Social media users are theorizing endlessly about the specifics, crafting theories about leadership disputes, personal conflicts, and philosophical differences in approach to the game. Meanwhile, insiders note that the coaching staff is handling the situation delicately, aiming to mediate and repair relationships without exacerbating tensions or creating the appearance of favoritism. The combination of high stakes, passionate personalities, and intense media scrutiny has created a perfect storm, making this story not just a locker room quarrel, but a major narrative in the ongoing saga of the Ravens season, captivating fans, analysts, and casual observers alike. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.